We will be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful bustier blouse that you are seeing on your screen. You can see that this blouse has an inner that has princess that bustier, but the one I'll be making in this particular tutorial will not be having an inner like this. It's going to be a princess that bustier blouse, but it will be just the lace. It's not going to have any inner because the owner wants to be wearing singlet underneath instead of a bustier tube like this. Hi, my name is Oluwato saying in case this is the first time you're seeing my channel and you're welcome. To all my returning subscribers, you're also welcome. In case you are new here, please consider subscribing and do not just subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified next time I upload a new video on this channel. So basically this is the fabric I'll be using for mine, and here are the basic measurements that you will need to measure on any adult before you can successfully cut and sew a blouse like this. Now I'll start mine by cutting the sleeve. There will be a slight difference between the two sleeves as well because this person wants a sleeve very big, not really funnel sleeve like the one that I played at the initial stage of this tutorial. So for that sleeve, I'm measuring a armhole plus 16 inches allowance. An armhole plus 16 inches allowance was what I measured, and then I folded that into two, and I'll be cutting for the both sleeves at the same time. The next I did was to figure out the full length, I mean the sleeve length. So I measured the sleeve length, and this my fold is just the exact sleeve length. Then I proceeded to drawing out our armhole. After drawing the armhole, I had to measure to be sure that it's not too big or too small. And our armhole is 22. I marked 11 because it's on fold of 2. Then I added 1 inch allowance. Then I divided around sleeve around that region by 2, and I added 5 inches allowance in total, 2.5 because it's on fold of 2. And I just proceeded to marking down straight down, and I cut it out. Like I said, she wants her sleeve very big, not really funnel sleeve as it is in the initial video that I played when I wanted to start this tutorial. Then I had to cut out this part because you know that sleeves like this, back is supposed to be a bit longer than front at that upper region. Then I put a notch at the middle. That is the part that will fall on the shoulder line. Now moving to the body of the dress, you know this body obviously has a princess that bustier. So the first thing I did was to figure out the exact quantity of fabric I'll be needing to cut for the front and for the back panel. And to do this, what I did was to check for the highest measurement between her bust, waist and hip, and in this case is her hip. So I measured that hip and then I added 14 inches allowance. I brought out fabric for the front and the back at the same time. I opened it up to separate it, and I proceeded to marking for the front first. So for the front, while my fabric is on fold of 2, I measured a nipple to nipple divided by 2 as well. Then I added 1 inch allowance to that. On that line of nipple to nipple that I've drawn, I measured shoulder to nipple plus half inch allowance, shoulder to under and bust plus half inch allowance, then shoulder to a half length plus half inch allowance. Please excuse my chalk, it is not really obvious. I tried as much as possible to get a contrasting color of chalk. I thought it was showing till I'm editing it. Then I discovered that it's not as clear on camera as it was when I was cutting it to my eyes. Then I marked out the princess that bust here. Now I'm dividing a bust by 4, and then I'm adding 3.5 inches allowance while my fabric is on fold of 2. It's at that point that I'll start drawing the cup from. You can see me marking the cup from that point, and now from that point as well I'll measure like 4 to 5 inches downward, and on that point of 4 to 5 inches I'll mark 1 inch forward, 1 inch backward, and connect these 2 points, these 2 lines into the cup, the princess that bustier, and I just proceeded to cutting it out. At this point, I'll not be removing the shoulder line and the neckline till I'm done joining this bustier that I've cut. Now moving to the back is always easier than the front. So all I did was just to measure zip allowance, which is 1.5 inch, and from that point I measured a nipple to nipple plus 1 inch allowance, and I connected it up and cut it out. Like I said, I will not be removing the neckline and the armhole till I'm done joining. So now I'm joining all these panels together. I started my joining with the back panels, and I'll be starting from the down for the back panel and from the down for the front panel as well. So I would advise you start your sewing from down to up, then for the front as well, you start your joining from down to up. So you join and make sure that right side is facing right side while you are joining for both panels, whether front or the back panel. So when I was done joining all these pieces together back, I took this to my pressing table. I gave it a very good press. I opened up the seam while I was pressing it. So then the part where the cup is, you press it on that ball that is used for pressing cup. Then the next I did was to start measuring. I put under bust measurements on our under bust, and then I checked the length first. Then I'll be dividing our shoulder by 2 plus half inch allowance. I'll mark that. Then the next is to divide our armhole. Our armhole is actually 22, but at this point I'll be using 8 instead of 11. Then I proceeded to drawing the armhole curve. Then I went back to marking the neckline. For the neck width, I used neck width of 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. I marked 4. And for the neck depth, the front will be a V neck and the back will be a round neck, high round neck. So for the neck depth for the front, I used 10. Then for the neck depth at the back, I'll be using 1.5. I actually want it to be just 1, but because I'll be joining the shoulder with half inch, I marked 1.5. It's now time to mark out the yoke. On the armhole, you have to determine how long you want the yoke to be. In my case, I measured 6. So I'll be connecting the 6 to the neckline, which is 10. Then after this, I'll proceed to cutting out the V neckline. For the neckline, I measured neck width of 4 and neck depth of 10. So you have to cut the V neckline first, then you cut out the yoke next. And it's this yoke that you cut out at this point that you will transfer to another fabric that has edge and cut it out, adding allowance on the sides for joining it back to the bodice. So I proceeded to cutting out the V neckline. I cut out the armhole and I slanted the shoulder. It's now time to eliminate the bulge that will be at the back if you don't do this. So that bulge that is always at the back of blouse or maybe gowns, you have to eliminate it. So what I did was to measure like half and quarter inch or 1 inch inward on the waistline, and then I'm just going to cut it out just like I did in this video. So what is next is to start transferring the actual body measurements into our fabric. So I divided our bust by 4. I added 1.5 inch sewing allowance, our waistline divided by 4. I added 1.5 inch sewing allowance, and I just proceeded to shaping it. This person's bust and waist is almost the same thing. Our bust is 46, our waist is 44. That's why it's not really looking shapy like that. So for the length of my blouse is 26, but the length that I currently have here is 24. So I have to extend the length. Then I also have to crop the side because the side is not supposed to be pointy like that. So I have to crop it upward with 1.5 inch. So I'll be using this edge to extend the length. So it will now be like 2 layers of edge. So I placed it underneath and then I marked it. As I was marking it, I added half-inch allowance or 1 inch allowance that I will use to join it to the rest of the blouse, and then I cropped this side so that it can still be cropped when I'm done sewing, like it can still appear shorter than the middle when I'm done sewing. So this is for the back. I'll be using what I cut for, I mean the extension for the back to cut for the front. You can as well place the front on top of it to cut out, but I'll just be using the extension that I cut for the back for the front as well. It's just the length that will differ because this front will not have zip allowance. So this is it for the front and for the back. It's now time to cut out this yoke and transfer it to this fabric that I'll be using for the yoke. So I cut it out and then see the way I'm placing it. Remember that according to the style, the edge has to be like on the chest, like the middle. So you have to strategically place your yoke in a way that the edge will be on center front. So I cut for one and I'll be using this one to cut for the back. And while I was cutting, I added an half-inch allowance that I'll use to join this yoke to the rest of the blouse. And when I was done cutting, at this point, this is what this yoke is looking like. So I checked the length, the blouse length again to be sure that everything is on point. I checked the under bust to be sure that the yoke has not affected the under bust length. And majorly, I proceeded to joining the yoke to the bodies, and this is where I'll be stopping this video for now. In my next video, I'll show you all how I was able to continue with the sewing of this blouse step by step, because I don't want this tutorial to be too long. I had to split it into two parts. Thank you so much for watching from beginning till this point. If this tutorial has been helpful to you, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and in case you're not subscribed, please kindly subscribe, and do not just subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video on this channel. And for mine, I made this blouse with a pencil skirt that has zip at the back and elastic on both sides. I uploaded a detailed tutorial on how I was able to cut and sew that kind of pencil skirt. Have you seen it? If you've not seen it, kindly check it out. The link to that video is currently showing up, and the link to the video will also be down in the description box in case you are interested. Please check it out. And if you have any question, please ask me down in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.